Hello. Welcome to the Bill Russo YouTube channel. Today we have for you an episode of Frontier Circus, a lost and forgotten television series from 1961. Starring Chill Wills and John Derrick, with guest star Aldo Ray. Frontier Circus ran for just one season. Here is episode 1, which is titled The Depths of Fear.
You want to see some fun? Go in the saloon and get a bottle. Come on, Toby, I'll buy you a drink. Come on. Come on now. I'll buy you a drink. Come on. Here, Toby. Come on. Come on. Come on, here you are. Come on, here you are. There. Go get it. Real bird. Come on. You want a drink? I'll help you get it. Come on. Come on, get your drink. Don't get any closer. Come on. Let him go. Let him go. It's been a long time since a man told me what to do. Since I was full-grown, as a matter of fact.
Very interesting. I'm not going to tell you again, let him go.
In that case, supposing you make me. Stand still and fight, you jumping jack.
Fine, but I don't think you're going to like it. It's about time you learn how other people feel about things.
Mister, I want to thank you.
You got two good feet, you might try standing on them.
Jumping Jack, why don't you watch where you're going?
Alley-oop?
Oh, confound it.
Colonel, now, temper. You know that's no way to run a circus.
Well, now, Mr. Gentry, coming from an old circus man like you, that's good advice. I was riding a circus, son, when you were still in diapers.
Well, I reckon that's so. Come to think of it, Casey, you was ramrodding a circus back when everybody was in diapers, weren't you?
Well, that's about the alley-up.
Hello, Casey. You must think I do nothing but cry.
Millie, this isn't any of my business, but
It's nobody's business but mine, but I appreciate you taking an interest just the same.
Well, you don't have to put up with it. You know that.
I know it. I guess there's lots of things I could do about Jake. Being married to him, I can't think of but two. I could leave him.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could kill him.
Oh, Millie. Now, you don't want to do anything like that. Maybe I better go have a talk with him.
Please, Casey, leave it alone. You know, he hates anybody interfering in his affairs. He's just going to make more trouble.
Trouble, is it? Maybe it'd be a good idea to find out if Mr. Jacob Carno is as good at taking it as he is at dishing it out.
Please, Casey.
Now, Millie, you'll be all right. We'll straighten it out. Don't worry about it.
Hey, mister! Mister!
What are you doing way out here?
I couldn't stay in that town anymore. I saw you. I wanted to thank you again and show you that I can stand on my own feet. Ain't you got anything stronger?
Shot of whiskey'd kill you in the condition you're in.
You mean you'd stop me just to thank me?
I ain't beholden to no man. I'll pay you back somehow.
You don't owe me anything. You know, there's 10 miles to the next town. You think you can make that? I'd help you, but I gotta be back at the circus before dark.
Circus? Out here?
Yeah, it amazes me every time I think of it. Thompson and Travis, greatest traveling show in the world.
Thompson, that wouldn't be Casey Thompson.
You know the Colonel?
I knew him once. Take me with you. The next town, I'd only be scrounging and begging for a bottle anyhow.
Yeah, you probably couldn't make it anyway. At least with me, you get a square meal. After that, you're on your own, you understand?
Do something, Jake? Why are you always so worried about that overgrown house cat of yours, huh? You know, if anything ever happened to it, you could still be making a good living. I've been in this business a long time. Never seen anybody with such natural making for a clown. Funny?
Better stay away from that Carno, J-Bo. He gets as mean as that lion of his sometimes.
Casey, you know I love everybody. But where that man is concerned, I love to hate.
What happened, Fred? Where were you? You're 2 hours behind the rest of the wagons.
Well, you told me to take it easy on these rough roads. I was just doing what you told me to do.
Don't you talk back to me.
If you don't like it, you go get yourself another driver. Now, if that's all I'm going to take from you, Mr. Carno.
I'm taking all the rough stuff I can take off you, Carno.
All right, Casey. They just quit on me. Who am I going to get to drive my wagon?
That's your problem. Why don't you try driving it yourself till you find someone? sorry, Fred.
I'm all right, Casey. It was worth it to tell off that big stuffed ox.
I'm glad you think so, but you stay out of his way. Besides, I don't want any trouble on this show.
I'll watch it, Casey.
Enjoyed it very much. That's all. Oh, boy. Hi, Sam.
Sam?
You know something, Casey? I reckon I like to lay over in between cities just the best. Gives a man a little time to think, huh?
Gives you lots of time to get in all sorts of trouble.
Well, now, you've got to expect a certain amount of commotion from a man my age.
Strikes me you've been working at that, Tony. Bread down.
Well, just a minute. I ain't done nothing to earn all that.
Oh, I guess you haven't. I'm not riled up at you, Tony. It's that Carno. If I didn't need his line act on this show, I'd run him off here a year ago.
You know, I've been thinking about him myself. I guess you got to just figure out what makes a man like that tick, don't you?
Some of these days, I'm going to give myself the pleasure of taking him apart, just to find out.
You just better be sure you can do that trick, Casey.
You got any odds that says he can't do just that, Carno?
I came to apologize for losing my temper this afternoon. I don't like men talking back to me.
This is the first time it'd be different, but it isn't. Not a man on this show will work for you, Carno. You'll be driving your own wagon till we get to the next town.
Well, that's why I came to see you. You could order one of the men to drive my wagon.
I can, but I won't. Oh. Hey, here comes Ben with that bear. Did you get our bear?
They'll deliver him in the morning for just about half of what you'd have paid for him.
Good. What do you got here?
I met him in town. Seems he knows you.
Hello, Casey.
Toby Mills. I'd heard you were dead.
He might be better off if he were. The great Toby Mills. Well, this just makes my day perfect.
Shut up, Carno. Ben, why'd you bring him here?
Well, I found him in the middle of the road. His condition, I couldn't just leave him there. We'll send him in with a supply wagon in the morning.
You folks take care of your business. Go along with you now.
Colonel, please let me stay. Just a little while, a few days.
What do you think? What do you think, Ben?
Please, I'll work. I'll do anything. Just a little while.
I promise you a square meal. That's all I promised you.
Oh, we can find him a job of sorts. But just till the circus gets to the next town.
Casey, we wouldn't be doing him a favor. Look at him.
I guess you're right, Ben. Sorry, Toby.
Now, just a minute, Casey. That may be a job. Can you still drive a wagon, Toby?
I can drive anything.
Good. I've just hired myself a driver, Casey. You can sleep under the lion wagon, Toby. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, no, he doesn't. This is still our show. I don't care how big an act he is. He don't make our decisions. You say he goes, he goes.
You said you wanted a chance to work. All right, you got it. It isn't much, and you're going to find you're living in a new kind of hell. You can quit any time you want, and I'll see that you get to the next town. But I warn you, if I catch you taking a drink, just one, you're through. You'll be on your own again.
It's sure going to feel good, Casey, being back with the show and all.
I understand. I know it will be, Toby. You go over to chow tent. Catch up on some grub. Come back, we'll talk over some old-time circus talk.
You know something, Colonel, there are times when I just can't figure that Ben out, and this here is one of them. All that hard talk of his about not taking in strays.
It isn't what a man says that counts, Tony. Only when he does. Why don't you go along and give him a hand, huh?
All right, I will.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Simba can be frightening if you're not used to him.
Yes, ma'am.
I brought some hot water for Fred.
Well, I don't know him, ma'am. I was hired last night by Jake, Mr. Carno, that is. He said he needed a driver.
Oh. I didn't know. I'm Mrs. Carno.
Just call me Toby, ma'am.
Well, there isn't any point in wasting the hot water. You look as if you could use it.
Thank you, ma'am.
There's some soap and an old razor of Fred's in the wagon locker.
Hot water, huh? Very thoughtful woman, my wife.
It certainly is.
Sometimes too thoughtful. I'm more interested in Simba's cage being clean than you. Get to it.
Yes, sir.
Facing an animal is kind of like facing a man. Keeping him from knowing you're afraid is half the battle.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You better get over to the chow tender. You're going to miss breakfast.
Carno told me to clean the cages first.
All right, let's clean them. Here. Go on, she can't get you through the bars. We'll make a lion man out of you yet.
I was a lion man.
That makes it easier then, doesn't it? Go on, get some chow. After that, stop by my wagon and we'll dig up some clothes for you.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Like I always said, we got the hardest-hearted wagon boss I ever did see. Why, you sure wouldn't give a helping hand to some old whiskey-soaked bum, now would you? No, sir, not you.
No, sir, not me. But you would. Clean them nice. Come on, let's get this loaded.
What's the next town?
Preston, we'll play there 3 days, then we'll move north to Deadwood.
Are you with it, Toby?
I'm with it, Case. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, that's all right. I can manage it.
It's too heavy for a woman to lift, ma'am.
Thank you. I can manage it now.
I wanted to thank you, ma'am. Well, for everything.
It's all right. You better go now.
Let's get a circus on the road. Tony?
All right, Casey. I'll see you at your last camp outside Deadwood.
Huh?
Say, Colonel, you won't get lost now, will you?
You get out of here.
sure this is the place? It's like a back end of nowhere to me.
All this Dakota territory is rugged country. That town of Preston's about 2 miles, just up over the ridge. There's a couple of trading posts nearby. Oh, don't worry, Ben. These people are going to be coming out of the hills with lanterns in their hands to see our show.
I hope you're right. It's been too tough a jump to end up with no paying customers.
I can see them now. Look over this vast congregation and see all your smiling faces. See the little children. Bless the little children.
You can forget that spiel about the look on the kids' faces who have never seen a circus. I've seen them.
If you're looking for Mr. Carno, he said he was going into town.
I came to talk to you.
Me? Well, you know Carno. He won't like that.
If you're afraid of him, I'll go.
Well, it's not that I'm afraid of him. I just don't want to make any more trouble for you.
Nothing could make any more trouble for me, Toby. And I need somebody to talk to sometimes. Why do you stay here? Why do you let him treat you the way he does?
Well, maybe it's because no matter how bad it is, it's more than I'd ever hoped to have again. You know, I could ask you the same question.
My answer might not make as much sense. I loved him very much once. It isn't easy to forget that. I kept thinking it was going to get better. When I discovered it wasn't, I lost my courage. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
No, I think I understand.
I came to talk about you. I talked to Casey. He said you were born into the circus and you were very famous.
Yes, ma'am, but that was a long time ago.
I never was with the circus till I married Carno. I loved it at first.
It means something different to everybody, I guess. But when you've lost it, everything suddenly goes empty. It's like you're losing your whole world.
You worked with lions, Casey said. He said you were the greatest trainer of them all.
I wish you wouldn't talk about that, please.
Such modesty, Toby. I'll be glad to tell you about it, my dear, if you'd like to hear.
Never mind.
Oh, no, but I insist. We must satisfy the lady's curiosity, mustn't we, Toby? You see, my dear, Toby and I knew each other some time ago. I used to work for him. I cleaned out animal cages for him. Now, it wasn't the great Carno then. Then it was Toby Mills, with his name, his picture on posters in every city in Europe.
Jake, please.
No, you must let me tell you about the famous Toby Mills. He had the greatest animal act in the world, the only man to work lions and tigers together in the same ring. And the most beautiful woman in the world worked the act with him. She was his wife.
Stop it, Jake. Stop it.
Every time any man who ever saw her thinks of a beautiful woman, he would see her face before him. And she was as brave as she was beautiful. Yes, it was an act that will always be remembered. And I remember Toby Mills. He was just the same then as he is now. A drunk and worthless bum. We were playing the Great Hippodrome in Paris. And Toby was drunk in his dressing room. Too drunk to go on, so his wife, Anna, had to go on to do the act for him. Every lion man knows the big cats have their good days, their bad days. This was one of their worst. They fought. Anna got between them, tried to stop them, and they tore her apart.
I have made excuses for you, Jake. I have forgiven you everything. But not this.
Please leave me alone.
No. It was my fault. I'm sorry.
No, he was right. He told the truth.
Partly, maybe.
It doesn't matter. It's done.
It matters to me. I'd like to know the whole truth, Toby. If you'll tell me. Please, Toby.
Well, Anna, she was beautiful. Too beautiful for any one man to hope to hold. It doesn't matter now. It can't hurt her. There were other men. A lot of other men. But I was blind. I didn't see. I didn't try to understand. It was in Paris I found out about the others. I accused her. She admitted it. Begged me to understand. Swore that she still loved me. That she couldn't help herself. Then I drank. I tried to get ready for the performance, but Anna went on, alone. It was the roaring of the animals that wakened me, fighting and snarling over Anna. It was a few weeks later I tried to get into the cage to do the act. When the big cat roared, all I could hear was Anna's screams. I ran. I've been running ever since. I couldn't put the memory behind me. Not even in 1,000 empty bottles.
You stopped running now. Thank you for telling me, Toby. I think you've made it easier for both of us. Good night.
I don't like to brag, but I go territory. I'll bet some further than that.
Yeah, you called it all right, Casey. I still got a feeling we're going to have trouble, though. Yeah, sometimes it just happens, too. Have you taken a good look at your friend Toby lately?
Sure have. Since he's been over that bottle, I think
It's longer. Look, Casey, you know I don't hold much with gossip. There's been talk about Toby and Carno's wife, Millie.
Oh, I've heard some of that. And most of it's coming goading people and animals. As for Toby and Millie, I think they deserve each other. Gosh knows they haven't got much of anything else. That kettle. Toby.
the animal will fight, huh?
Don't stop it, Ben. Toby deserves a chance.
This is your last chance to run, Toby. Go on, run.
No.
Well, then I'll teach you the other kind of fear.
Get off the show, Toby. If there's any firing done on this show, I'll do it.
Sorry, Toby.
Please get away from me. I'm not good for anything. Please go away.
I'll take care of him, Millie. Come on over to the wagon, Toby, and we'll get your face patched up.
I tried, Casey. I really tried.
I know that, but you gotta keep on trying.
Why? So somebody else can kick my face in?
I'll take care of him, Ben. Get the show started. Come on, Toby.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, this ought to make you feel better. Not much you can say for that Corno, but he sure throws a wicked punch. You've done better than anybody could expect it of you, Toby. You've come a long way.
I had him whipped, Casey. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I still know enough to stand up to a man like Carno. But when that cat reached for me, it was the same old story all over again.
You know, a man carries a thing like that with him all these years. You don't lose it in a day or a week or a dozen weeks. But you've made a good start. You sure got time on your side.
Nah. I was stupid to come back to the circus. I should never have tried.
You lay down there and take yourself a nap. I'll see you after the show, huh? All right. Good boy. couldn't stay away from it.
Toby, listen.
Let me tell you a very, very funny story, Ben, old boy. You see, once there was this lion man who was the greatest in the world. Funny, isn't it? No, it isn't funny. Not very funny at all, is it?
Toby, now you listen to me. You're not too drunk to understand me. You're through. I warned you. Now, you be off this lot by morning or I'll throw you off. Go ahead, finish it. You paid a high enough price for it.
Well, looks like we're in good shape for our next show. You know something? Sometimes I think I'm getting just a little too old for this business.
And the further west we go, the tougher it's going to get.
Huh. That's what I like about you, Ben Travis. You're such a cockeyed optimist. Let's go hit the hay. You're not leaving, Millie. I told you that before.
Yes, you've told me before.
But this time it's different, isn't it? Hmm? Why is it different? Answer me, Millie. What makes it different this time? All right, I'll tell you. It's because of Toby, isn't it? I've seen the way you look at him. I've seen the way he looks at you, that drunken pig.
No. A man, Jake. A real man. That's why you hate him so, isn't it? Because with half his life destroyed, he's a better man than you'll ever be.
Come.
I came to find you.
It's no use. It's just no use. I came here to find out. For once and for all, I had to know. I wanted to let Simba out. I wanted to work him, make him obey me. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
That doesn't matter, Toby. A man doesn't have to prove his courage to anybody. I've left Carno. I won't go back. I don't know. Maybe it's crazy, but I just keep thinking maybe we could make something of ourselves. Maybe we could find something we've lost.
It wouldn't be any good. You must know that. You know what I am.
What's your word, Toby?
Toby, listen to me. That's an old lion. You can handle him. Think of all those young ones you used to have to face. Toby, listen to me. You remember how it used to be with the crowds yelling and cheering? The cats doing what you made them do? Toby, it was just you. You remember that? Go in there and take him before he charges you.
Toby, back away.
Make him obey you, Toby, just like you used to do it. He'll do it. The good lion man never lost his touch. He was the best of them all, Toby. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time. You're through on this show, Corno, or anybody else's.
You won't fire me. You've got to have a lion act. You need me.
Not anymore, I don't.
Toby, you better keep a bottle nearby. He'll need it. Millie, come on, we're leaving.
Without me. I meant what I said.
You're my wife. You'll do as I say.
Sounds like she'll do what she wants. And if you're lucky and stay out of her way, there's just a chance she won't press charges against you for attempted murder. Now we're through talking.
All right, folks, this part of the show's over.
You think Colonel will give it up?
Of course he will.
Taking a beat like that?
He's through. He's not like Toby.
Well, I hope you're right. About Toby, I mean.
Of course I'm right. You give a man like Toby good enough reason, he'll perform a miracle for you. Hey, that's a trait you ought to try accomplishing yourself, Mr. Travis.